Hi, welcome to my 3-minute video series on B2B sales and on digital marketing. In this video, we will discuss sales objections at the bottom of the funnel. Let's first talk about why do people object at this stage. The buyer has all along traveled with you in their buyer's journey. They have taken your initial ideas, given you their pain points, ideated with you on the solutions, and have also tentatively accepted your solution and the price. But now it's the time to pay. So this is when the buyers get a little nervous. This is when the other buyers may also step in. Each one has the perspective of the same pain point from their point of view. The three shortlisted vendors are evaluated deep to get an idea on who might fit in the solutions. So you can expect a lot of objections to come in at this point in time. Let's first talk about why objections will come at the bottom of the funnel. First, you're too expensive. This means that the buyer thinks that your price is costly. You will have to now convince the person that the cost that they are paying to acquire your services are reasonable when compared to the competition or to their perceived cost of your solution. Second, your terms are not acceptable to us. This means that the buyer thinks that some of what you had quoted in the proposal are not acceptable to them. The terms may range from the cost to business terms to financial terms. You will now have to convince the buyer that these terms are not out of the way and they can definitely accept to these terms and conditions for you to work with them. Sometimes you can also give in a little bit and can accept a few of their terms. Third, your references are not that great. This means that the buyer thinks that the customers you gave as references are not convincing enough for them to take a decision. You will now have to find out why they are expecting or what they are expecting as a perfect reference customer. In this case, you have not probably checked earlier as to what they want. Now you will have to then find out a new set of reference customers or convincing them that what you've done something similar to the same customer base that you've given and then arrange for another call. Fourth, I checked and found out lots of complaints against you. This means that the buyers think that you will not give good service when they take your solution. You will have to convince them that you have satisfied customers as well. The ones who claim dissatisfactions were not the recent ones, and a lot has changed since you worked with them. You will now have to demonstrate on how your new process or new solution helps tide over the problems escalated by a few. If possible, you will have to reach out to the dissatisfied customers to see if you can salvage a few of them and at least convert them into positive reviews. Fifth, we have decided to put this on hold. Let's talk next quarter. This means that the buyer has not found your solution implementation to be of high priority than the ones that are either ongoing or to be implemented in the future. You will have to convince the buyers about the high impact problem that your solution will solve and also highlight the return on investment so that the other priorities are kept aside and your solution will get implemented. Sixth, I showed it to my existing vendor and they have accepted to do it at the same price. This means that they are only keen on the price and the familiarity of the existing vendor. You will now have to convince the buyer on why you would be a better partner than the existing vendor. You should also talk about the depth of the implementation and convince the buyer not to bother about the cost, but to look at the value that would come out of hiring you as an implementation partner. So let's go to the conclusion. So the bottom of the funnel is where you also determine if the buyer will accept all your terms and conditions and if you will be able to make a sale. You should allay all the final concerns they have about your solution, the terms, and then come to a point where all the terms are accepted. Connect with ScoVelo Consulting either on the blog or on social media channels to get the latest insights on B2B sales and on digital marketing. Excited to connect with you on the next video or on the next blog. Thank you.